Hi, this is Casey Hummelsdorf. Excuse me. And this is my reflection over internet safety. The first question is using information from the provided resources. Why is internet safety so important and what is your role as an educator in teaching internet safety to your students? First of all, let me just say that internet safety is extremely important. And with technology developing and us using it more in the classrooms every day, we need to set these children, we can't just set them loose with no guidelines in place. There has to be protection for these children. I worked for a domestic and sexual violence shelter for 7 years before we moved here to Montana. And let me tell you, everybody doesn't think it will happen to them or their children, and it very, very easily can. I have seen predators track down children. It's very scary, and until you've been there and you have seen these children face to face and realize just how fast it can happen, that's why we as educators need to step up. And that's why internet safety is so important. We need to educate ourselves and educate our children in our classrooms about the possible dangers on the internet. Now, we don't have to terrify them, but there's ways that we can teach them to be safe and to use the internet safely. And specifically me, I really like the NetSmarts. I had been to a lot of trainings on internet safety, and this one was never mentioned. I love how it was a community for everybody, parents, children, law enforcement. I love how the community can get together in one website. And the videos for the children, I could show those in my class. And I think one of the most important things is having the school behind you and having great policies for internet and the use of the internet in the school. And just being observant as a teacher. Don't just turn your children loose on the internet and go sit at your desk. We need to monitor them and make sure they're using the internet properly. Okay, question number 2. What were your thoughts about exploring NetSmart's website and completing the Teaching Digital Citizenship training program? Do you feel the training program is relevant and useful to all educators? I certainly do. As I mentioned before, I really love the website and the community that you can kind of, as a teacher, that we can bring together. Because not only do you have your students use it, you can have the parents check it out as well. I love that community, how you can get everyone together. And it's a great resource, I think. And the training to have that, even though I do have some trainings, but they have been a while ago since we've moved, I think it's wonderful to have that. Why, as an educator, why wouldn't anyone want that? And I do feel it's useful. I think every educator should have to go through this training. It's that much better that we can protect the children in our classroom from something happening. Number 3. Reflect on the main points described in the youth safety article and describe what useful information you were able to take away from the article. Well, first of all, I love how they use the word victimization instead of cyberbullying. It makes it sound much more like a crime, and I think people are willing to take it more seriously because it is a crime and it can turn into a crime really fast. And I think people lose sight of that. And the other useful information, I was not surprised with my background about how a lot of these crimes aren't reported. I don't think people view them as victimization. I think they just view them as bullying and, they'll get over it. It'll be okay. But they don't, and it can turn really bad really fast. It was a great article, and it gave me a lot to think about. All right. Well, that is my thoughts for the week. Thank you.